I'm learning the different like panels of OBS. So I want to see if this works. Yes. Okay. Good. So if I switch this now. What will happen?
See us.
For like a second, and then it fades out. Great. Perfect. It did what it's supposed to. All right. So any technical things, any questions, any concerns before we get ourselves started tonight?
Do you want to do the skills on stream?
Yeah, we can talk about what skills people picked on stream.
I'll be right back.
Cool. And we're live. Here we are. It's the worst days. It's a live stream about horror. We're all terrified. So it's a good start. I'm Josh Wise. I am your game master and your person who to blame about this game if you don't like it. I wrote it. No one else is to blame but me. But the people here who are being subjected to this game in the clockwise order from me, Justin Allen is here. Hey, Justin, what's up?
Oh God! Oh, hi! Hello!
Didn't know you were at the 1 o'clock position, huh?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Scared. So scared.
Yep. Good. Right on point. And taking the 4 o'clock position today, Rachel Max is here. Hey, Rachel, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. And I guess we should also say who we're all playing. So Justin is playing Aaron, and Rachel is playing Veronica.
Yep.
The wildly originally named Veronica Dean.
Pod.
You gotta go with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's that kind of game. You're basing it.
How do you do 80s horror and not do Heathers?
Right. Yeah, this is the thing about like pulling. This is the thing I'm wondering about it in the book is whether or not we just list references, and like some other games do exactly that. I know that like Tales from the Loop just lists movies and books and stuff like that were out at the time, so it might be actually good to do that stuff. But yeah, so and we have to make a correction from last game. You are wearing a heart shirt, not a heart shirt.
Not a heart. The band's heart.
Yes, exactly. That thought did in fact cross my mind when it happened, and I just didn't think to ask it when it happened. So I'm glad we've clarified that.
Heart for a rebel.
Yes, exactly. And at the 6 o'clock position this week, Quinn Stiefbold is here. Hey, Quinn.
And I play Sawyer.
Yes, indeed. It's true.
Finger guns.
Yep. Sawyer is Quinn. And Quinn is being greedy this week. Quinn has 2 Twitter accounts. Instead of just the one. So definitely follow both of those Twitter accounts. And at the, let's call it 7:30 position, Michael Morris is here. Hey, Michael.
Hello.
How you doing?
It's Michael. I've been playing Willard. Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. You're a little crackly, but hopefully we can. And you ended our adventure last time by reading The Hobbit at some girls.
As one does.
Yeah. It's a solid traditional mating ritual at the Jersey Shore. And at the 10:30 position, Bri Price is here. Hey, Bri. How's it going?
Good. Going good.
You're not moving at all. Just
Energy.
yeah.
Love it.
And Bri is playing.
I'm supposed to say who I am.
Yes.
I play Piper.
Yes, Piper, our introvert of this adventure, the quietly spoken, considerate Piper. So last we left our characters, the gentlemen were driving around for pizza or waiting in the pizza place for pizza, and everybody else just decided to go off to walk the boardwalk, go to Roland's Record Tower, which we didn't name last episode, but that is the name of that place, Roland's Record Tower, and go looking for a Queen album, which Veronica picked up, Killer Queen, the single. And then they went to a bar, had some guys buy them drinks. And that's kind of where we left them. Aaron was driving around, and Willard was, I don't know whether we want to call it flirting or
His best.
He was peacocking.
yeah.
Peacocking.
Yes, he was definitely peacocking. And so where we left it, you all had an assignment to go figure out what skill you wanted to add to your character. So the way that skills work in the worst days is every session you get one skill point, and you can use that skill point at any time in the session. You can wait till the end, and you can either level up a skill that you've just used or used any time during during this session, or you can gain a new skill at any time, as long as you can come up with a good character reason why your character knows this skill. So if you can say, I want the archery skill because I went to camp 3 years ago and I learned archery at summer camp. If that makes sense for your character, you suddenly have the archery skill and you can use it in the game. But that's your 1 point for the session. So we didn't use our points for last session, so I figured we'd do that here and now to sort of demonstrate how that goes. So why don't we do that again in the same order we just introduced everybody, so that Bandana McAllen can figure out
I'm
his.
staying safe, guys. I'm staying
Yep,
safe.
exactly. Rachel, is that a raised hand?
That is. I didn't
Okay.
want to interrupt you. Do you want us to share all of our skills so that the audience knows? Because I don't know if we ever said.
Yeah, I think that would be great this time. So say sort of what 2 skills you started with, and then what skill you're taking. The other thing you can do, of course, is use that skill point once you've used a skill to level a skill up. So if you happen to already have archery, you use archery, you can say, I'm going to take my 1 skill point this session and give myself another level of archery, so the next time I use it, it's better. So Justin, why don't you tell us the 2 skills that you started with, and then what you're planning on taking?
Do you want me to read out the descriptions of them as well, or
No, just give us the names,
Okay.
then we'll if people
Okay.
have a question, we can kind of talk about
well,
that.
starting off with Aaron, he took leadership and
Mhm.
hard work.
Okay.
Were the 2 skills that I started with,
Mm-hmm.
and after thinking about it, I think on how Aaron grew up and how the Piper got everything else. I took get it done as my
Okay.
skill. So I figured it'd just be more into his backstory on it has to be done. Piper's
Sure.
not going to do it. His
Mm-hmm.
parents probably aren't going to do it, so he's just going to have to be the one to do it.
Yeah. So the way that
So
Get
I
It
took
Done
that
works is if there's a job that you need to do by yourself, each level of a skill grants you +1 to courage when attempting a task that's critical and dangerous. So, yep, that's great. Excellent. And then Rachel, what did you start with, and what are you taking?
I started with Dress to Intimidate because it came with Rebel,
Mm-hmm.
and I started with Strong Beliefs, and I decided to choose Break the Rules because she is a rebel, and I just feel like she's not, as we know, she's not big on authority. She's very into doing her own thing and living
Right.
her life, and she'll do it however way she needs to do it.
Yeah, awesome. So Break the Rules gives you +1 to courage when you're performing activities that are officially not allowed. So if you had tried to shoplift that record instead, you would have gotten, if you had the skill, you would have gotten a +1 to your roll. Cool. Quinn, what did you start with, and what are you taking?
Yeah, so Sawyer started with stretch it out and shooting. And then they also have taken second wind. Being a midfielder, I feel like they have some pretty good running and endurance things.
Awesome. Yeah, so second wind, each level gives you +1 physical strength or agility when your endurance is being tested. So if you're running really far, climbing something high, Sawyer can get bonuses to that. Great. Michael, would you start with, what are you taking?
I started with Math Whiz and Problem Solver.
Math Whiz and
Yeah.
Problem Solver. Great.
I'm going to be picking up Geeking Out.
Cool. So geeking out is a skill that Each level of geeking out gives you +1 to social conflict rules for an hour after you've gotten to geek out about something you love. So you have that now for the next hour for social conflict. You have +1 to each of your social conflict rules because you've been reading The Hobbit and you talk to people about it. So you have that bonus.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then Bri, what'd you start with? What are you taking?
I started with I know a place, and get what you want, and I took another point in get what you want.
Okay, great. And you used get what you want last session during your conflict with Aaron. So that's good. So in as we sort of go forward, if you want to level up a skill that you already have, you have to have used it that session. So if, for example, someone wanted, if Sawyer wanted to use shooting or level up shooting, Sawyer couldn't level up shooting because Sawyer didn't shoot anybody or anything last round, last session. But of course, if they went to a shooting range, or practice shooting cans or something like that, they absolutely could. So great. So right now, Sawyer, Piper, and Veronica are at Shout It Out, the bar. You're having your drinks. What are y'all planning on doing?
Well, I think it's time to go get that pizza, right?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll probably be ready by the time we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been gone long enough. How long did they say? Did we find out?
I don't think
did we
we
just-
asked.
We just ditched. Okay.
Did we go back last time? No.
No, I mean you guys sort of walked past it, I think, but I don't. You didn't. Did you guys catch up with him in the car? Was that it?
No.
No. Okay.
They didn't see any of us.
Okay.
Okay.
We just discussed as a group how long it actually took.
Right. You just sort of guessed.
We guessed. We figured.
Right.
Probably now. Let's go.
Okay. So so you guys head out of Shout It Out towards Naldo's Pizza, which are right next to each other. So it's really not much of a hike. So you guys head down, and you basically see as you're getting there, Aaron has pulled up, and Willard is going into the car with the pizzas, and with also just like sort of another box on top, which it turns out they were just giving out garlic knots during the night. So you guys get a couple of pizzas, whole box of garlic knots. And you pile back into the car to head back to Aunt Betty's. As they pile into the car, what's Aaron's response to this?
Can I before they pile in, can I do like the whole thing like they're about to get it and just keep pulling inching forward on them in the car?
Don't be a jerk.
Keep doing this. I'm going to break your car. Stop it.
Not my car.
Keep going. Yeah. Don't bust the car.
I'm just gonna stop trying to open the door.
No.
All right, and then stop there, and then if they try it, just lock, unlock, lock, unlock.
Mm-hmm.
And I punch his car.
Okay.
Not enough to like hurt myself, but enough to like fucking stop.
Turns to Willard. Should I let him in now? Do it one more time and then let him in.
Okay. All right. So you all pile in. I'm assuming to the back now. I assume Willard has taken the passenger seat.
I'm okay
So
with
Piper is consigned to the back with her friends. Okay. So you guys start to drive back. And you head basically down 7th to Wesley. It's the main strip. It's going to be busy, but it's the sort of the most direct route. And as you go down, as you get close to 5th, which is the road that everybody sort of drives in on over the bridge, you see there is a massive traffic jam. It's actually going to be impossible to get down Wesley. And what you see is cars sort of jammed together and letting emergency vehicles through towards the bridge. So you see police and an ambulance just sort of inching through traffic that's sort of gridlocked through a space that they've made on their way towards the bridge.
Anyone
What is
else
up?
want to find out why?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Pull out the car. Pull over the car. Let's go.
Yeah.
You don't even
We're
need to
gonna
pull
hop
the
out.
car over. You are stuck where you are, and you could just pile out if you want.
As we pile out, I'm gonna grab the garlic knots from the top of the box.
Yes.
Michael, I think I've lost your sound entirely. Wait, now I haven't. So just as
Okay.
I said it, now I hear you. But
Nice.
I did not hear what you said in response to the garlic knots.
I also bring my anchovy pizza.
Okay. So everybody leaves Aaron in the car.
Are you coming? Let's
You
go.
are
Are we getting out now?
We're going. Yeah, come on.
so you're in traffic at the moment.
Mhm. Yeah. Seatbelt off. Get out.
Okay. All right.
Over here.
Are you taking the keys with you?
Oh, I'm standing next to the car. Unless they run off, I'm still standing next to the car.
Okay. All right.
Doors open and
Is there
I'm
any way-
standing out, just looking.
Okay.
Is there anywhere we can park?
We're in the middle of the road.
No,
Stuck.
you're sort of in it's a 4-lane road, and you are in the right-hand lane, but there's no parking. Everything is just
We're-
packed up.
Yeah, we're stuck.
There, we could walk if we wanted to walk toward the accident, whatever we were
Yeah.
finding. We could walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
y'all
you
can walk up
absolutely
there
could.
and can stand here near the car.
Yeah.
While y'all do that, or
I'll stay by the car. Go ahead, Aaron. I got stuff to eat.
you're gonna stay here.
Yeah, my car.
Okay. Well, here you go. I get out and I'll grab a slice of pepperoni and then start following the girls.
Okay. So you all start to walk down towards the intersection.
Yes.
I'm following Veronica.
Okay. So Veronica, you are.
Well, I'm going towards where the ambulance was heading.
Okay, so that's towards essentially 2 blocks to your left, which would be sort of northeast
Street.
from you, is 5th Street, and that's where they were headed. They were headed towards Noy and Bay in that direction. So you walk up, and there are other people who have gotten out of their cars. They're looking. There are people who are chattering and talking and all this stuff. Little clusters of people, especially as you get closer to the intersection. And you can sort of head down the sidewalk. You can walk amongst the cars because no one's really moving. There's now a cop out in the intersection trying to stop traffic and maybe move people. Have them turn right on 5th to get them out of and away from what's happening. But yeah, so you can talk to people, you can keep walking down, you can kind of do whatever.
I mean, I think Sawyer's just going to head straight there unless someone stops them.
Okay.
Nope.
Aaron's going to try and listen to what people are talking about as we're making our way.
It's really hard to know what people are saying except that people are losing their minds. People are weeping. They are devastated. And these are a lot of young people who are just crying, and a lot of guys holding girls, and a lot of girls holding girls. Not a lot of guys holding guys, but it's the 80s, so but people are consoling each other. and as you make your way down, you can see off to your left that the traffic has been sort of pushed out of the way of Fifth Street leading up to the bridge, and on the bridge, you can see there are emergency vehicles on the bridge, but it's hard to see anything else other than that.
Why is everybody crying? How do they know?
Is there any
people in
smoke or
the
anything?
accident?
You don't see any smoke, but you do see that there's a fire truck and a couple of ambulances on the bridge, and there's also some emergency vehicles down before the bridge.
Are there any cops or any other responders near us to where we can go up and ask?
So there's the cop who's sort of directing traffic, and then if you go further down, you see lots of first responders.
Okay. I'll try and find a cop that's not directing. Like looks like he's on the side, kind of help direct people instead of vehicles, and try and see if he's saying anything.
So you have to go a little bit further down to find somebody like that. But even before you do, you run into some people who again, they're crying, but they're talking to what looks like an EMT, and you overhear them talking about some sort of crash.
Okay. I'll turn back to the girls. Like, it sounds like there's a crash, but I'm gonna try and find out a little bit more from this cop up here.
All right.
Try and listen around.
So there is a guy standing there. He's just trying to like. There are people asking him questions. There's like a little group of people around him asking questions. And he's trying to sort of calm people down and answer things. And you just hear him saying like, "We don't know everything at this moment. The Coast Guard is currently doing what they can. But we don't really have any answers at the moment beyond what everybody knows already."
Coast Guard.
And he kind of looks over at you and he says, "Yes, can I help you, sir?"
You said something about the Coast.
Yeah, the Coast Guard just sent 2 boats out with divers that under the bridge, and they're doing what they can right now.
Did someone drive off, or?
Oh, have you not heard, sir? A bus of missionary kids. They were up on the boardwalk today.
Oh
just
boy.
Went off the side of the bridge. We don't know exactly how many, probably 20, 25. And right now they're doing what they can to try to rescue anybody who might be able to be rescued.
Okay. Is there any way do we need to go around that way to stay out of y'all's way, or what's the best way for us to?
Anything you can do that's closer to the boardwalk, the further down you can go there, and just try to keep out of this area so it's clear for Coast Guard, fire department, ambulances. Just sort of make room.
All right. I thank you, and then turn around and then go to the girls and then relay that, and we probably just need to go ahead and loop around.
Okay. So
25 missionaries?
They
How old were they?
Kids.
Kids?
Yeah, they were probably that bus I was at the boardwalk earlier, but they don't know who all was on it.
Did someone crash into them, push them off?
They don't know.
It's a bummer.
They do not know. All they know is that their bus went off the bridge.
They're all dead.
They don't know. The Coast Guard's there looking. I don't know how long ago this happened.
You didn't ask?
I mean, you can go back up there and ask him, but it already looked like he was a little stressed from everyone else asking him the same question.
Well, this is like a giant bummer. I hate this.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the car? I want to try to get home.
Yeah.
gonna
He said the easiest way probably for us to get home is to go around the boardwalk.
We're like,
Oh.
our car is stuck on the street. How the hell are we going to do that?
Well, they've been clearing some of this up here, so we can probably get through an alley.
Well, I guess let's try, and I want to open the garlic knots and.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give Piper like a little pat on the back.
Want one?
Is there a
Yep.
form of sneak in this game?
Yeah, sure. You can basically, depending on the situation, there are a number of different skills you can use to sneak.
Any way to get a little bit closer to the cops who seem to be discussing more serious things without being noticed? Yes, I'm to distract.
If you would like to, so I will say the answer to that is largely if you could do it in real life, you could do it here, and that seems like a really unlikely thing to
Nope.
do. Unless you're going to be real, like, contrived sneaky, like, all right, I'm going to go back behind this building, and then I'm going to sneak around the building, and I'm going to duck down behind this dumpster, and see if I can hear.
Pink Panther music playing the entire time.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Turn off the record.
So no.
You like make big footsteps away. You're like, I'm
Right.
walking away now.
Uh-huh. Now, I will say, while you all are gone, Willard, while you're at the car, there is definitely a young woman who gets out of her car right behind you, and walks up and says, "Do you know what's going on?" No.
My friends went up to ask somebody, I guess.
Oh, are those anchovies?
Yeah.
Okay. No, thanks. I'll just go see if somebody else knows anything more. If I find out anything, I'll let you know. And she heads off. Yeah. So you all, as you head back, pass a very pretty young woman who looks troubled, and you guys head back to the car. The traffic behind you guys is clearing up. The cops seem to be instructing people to back up and turn around. So even though sort of she's parked behind you, she's not parked immediately behind you, and you can sort of back up, do a K-turn, and turn around and get out of there.
Okay, so we need to go. Where do we need to go, Aaron?
We're just take it around the boardwalk. Be the easiest way to avoid what other traffic, because I'm sure everyone's going to bleed over onto we were going up on Wesley.
Yep.
Everyone's probably going to go on Shipman's or
Allerton.
Allerton. So
Yep.
it'd probably be easier if we go to front and then head up on 4th.
If we went to like the actual beach itself instead of going back to the house, like I bet it would be pretty empty now. Everyone coming over here to see what's up.
Right.
Looks at what Aaron's dressed in. Looks at what everyone else is dressed in. Yeah, sure. I'm sure there's a bench somewhere we can eat the pizza at.
Like a picnic spot? Or just like throw out a towel on the sand?
Any blankets or towels in your car?
Oh, Piper. Remember that place at the end of the pier?
Yep.
Let's go there.
Go.
Right. So down at the end of the pier is the gazebo. It is a pretty big hangout spot. It is certainly a place where you could grab a bench and eat. It's either going to be abandoned at the moment or full of crying teenagers. So this is potentially a great idea or a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. So you guys head down, and you are still. It's kind of hard to find a place to park, but you do manage it. You do manage to find a place. Just up 4th. You pile out. You have your stuff. You realize quite quickly you guys don't have any drinks, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. There are plenty of places to get drinks on the boardwalk. Are you gonna assign anybody that job of grabbing you guys something to drink while you all head down to the gazebo?
Willard.
Piper, you want to
Pizza.
grab us some drinks?
He got the pizza though.
I think Willard would be the best person to go do that. Don't you think,
Well,
Willard?
I was just thinking if you could find someone like who we saw before, where we got our drinks earlier, maybe we could get a bottle of something.
Yeah, but I mean, Willard, you're almost 21.
So I will say it will be hard for him to get like drinks on the boardwalk. He probably would be able to get like a bunch of sodas, but it would be very difficult to find a bottle at this point, just on the boardwalk.
Well, if I'm going to go get alcohol, then you need to come with me, and I'm going to point to both of you, Sawyer and Veronica.
Sure.
Sure.
We
Now-
can grab something. I mean, if you want, we can head back to where we were earlier, get something, bring it here. If there's not like drinks on the boardwalk.
So there's definitely a bar right nearby called On the Walk, which is right there at the beginning of the boardwalk. But that's probably the only place where you could get alcohol, but they are almost certainly not going to let you out of the place with alcohol.
I don't think I'm going to be able to bring back anything. Maybe, you know what? Why don't we stay here? Willard, why don't you go get like sodas?
I'm pretty full. I don't know if I can walk that far. I ate a lot of pizza when you guys were gone.
Here's garlic knots. You can have the recipe. Later.
But
You're gonna be hungry in like an hour.
Piper, just go get it. I know you can work the crowd and probably get some more information about what happened.
Hey, like a PI? I don't care. It's sad. A bunch of kids died.
Oh,
Who cares?
Is there a liquor store or anything on where we are?
Not a liquor store. It's basically just bars, and they don't do carry out. For liquor stores, you actually have to cross the bridge, which doesn't seem like an option at the moment.
I have a bad idea. If
Oh God.
you guys would like to join me,
Tell
it
us
is a bad idea.
bad idea first, and then we'll
Yeah.
see whether it's worth doing.
Eats another slice of pizza.
Grabs another garlic knot.
One of you play the whole crying teenager, everything's terrible, I sneak behind, and I'll grab a bottle.
That might be doable.
That's all you, Piper.
Okay.
Veronica, that's Piper tier distractions.
Veronica might have been frozen in carbonite. We'll have to.
Someone I did. Well, I did. Someone I did. Piper, could you do this?
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God.
Veronica, are you okay?
She's a robot.
Yeah, you've.
Oh, no, Veronica.
You-
Quick, point out where the crosswalks are. Tell us where the spotlights are. The traffic lights.
You're
Is it
You're slowly
still
coming back to
light?
us. You're slowly coming back to
Then I can
us.
plug my mic.
Yeah, you're alive again. I think you're alive again.
Yeah?
Yes. There you
I'm
go.
good. I'm back.
Yep.
Okay. Hi. I said someone. It really was Piper.
Oh no.
Yep. No, we've. So. Okay. So.
I might get quiet.
I
Hello.
think I heard what she said.
So the plan,
Can
it
you hear me?
seems to me, is that you're going to go to the bar. One of you is going to pretend to be very upset, and the other one is going to sneak behind the bar and steal a bottle. Committing.
But you gotta be inconsolable and you may have two people, just very much distraction and making it very difficult for them to focus.
Okay.
That I can do.
Okay. All right. So the bar that's nearby is on the walk, and you guys head over. Willard and Aaron, what are you doing while they are going to perform this unsavory act?
I will look at Willard. Arcade?
Oh, hell yeah.
Arcade.
Okay. Who's got the pizzas?
think
Pizza.
Sawyer has acquired the garlic knots.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is working their way through those.
Willard, you're full, so I'm assuming you didn't bring your pizza with you.
It's in my belly.
Okay. All right. So you've eaten as much of it as you're going to. And then Aaron, do you have a pizza with you for everybody else, or no?
I'm guessing we didn't park that far from where they got out to go, and we were like right in front of the arcade, or from where the pier actually extends out. So
Okay.
I just left the box in there.
Okay. So you guys are pizza free. You basically have a box with about 30% of the garlic knots left. And there's a heist that's in the prospects now, and then the guys are going off to the arcade. So the arcade that is closest to you here is Arcade Alley.
Arcade Alley.
Right, UFOs is further down. That's
Okay.
down by like 6th Street.
That was over by the food from the Naldos.
Yep. So Arcade Alley is they have one of everything. Their whole thing is if it came out, we've got one. So it's 1985. You guys have access to pretty much all of the classic arcade games that you could want. What is your guys' game?
Galaga.
Galaga.
Oh wow. Okay. Boom. That's
You know why we're friends.
yeah, Galaga it is. You guys head in. Problem is, there are a couple of guys standing already at the Galaga machine. And it looks like they might be having themselves a little competition.
Are there any quarters down?
Yes, there are 2 quarters down.
Ah, gosh dang it.
Does it seem like that's their quarters?
Oh yeah, the people have quartered up to play next.
Is there a Star Wars machine near?
Yes, there is the Vector Graphics Star Wars, the TIE Fighter shooting game. So yes, that bad boy is there.
You want to keep a lookout for Galaga while I play? And we'll switch out.
Queue up at Galaga.
All right.
Round.
I'll go turn $5 into quarters.
Uh-huh.
And then split with him, and then I'll take the other $250 and get it ready into Star Wars.
Okay. So yeah, you head over to Star Wars, and it's a well-maintained machine. People seem to love it. So you are breaking right into Star Wars. Give me a quick agility trait roll.
Okay, so that would be my character sheet. It'd be my D20 plus, or D20 and how many? 3 D6s?
If you have a 3 in agility, yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, that is a 9 on the 20, and then I got a total of 11 on the dice.
Okay, so you got an 11. And that means you do okay. You're not super happy with your performance in Star Wars, but it's your first game in a little while. You're shaking it out.
It's a game I just started playing.
Okay. Yep. So, so you're gonna give that guy another shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me another.
Lucas says, hey, they're opening up. Like, other than that, I'm going back at it.
No, those guys seem pretty heated. They seem so. As soon as one guy drops a quarter in, another guy sort of rotates around and puts his quarter, another one back on the Galaga machine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going back at it.
Okay.
Like I said, until Willard tells me, hey, we got a spot.
Okay.
All right, that's a 19 on the 20, and that's, gosh dang it, that's an 8.
All right, you do worse the second time out. You feel like you're starting to get a sense of what this game is about. But yeah, not so great. Willard, you can see these guys are real serious about their Galaga game. If you're going to get in this, you have to quarter up like in the mix here. And these three guys seem like they really know each other and they have a kind of a tight thing going on. What's your move here?
Hey, you guys, you take a little break and my buddy can jump on here for a little bit.
And one of them looks over at you and he goes like, "Sorry, man, we got a little tournament going on here. I don't know if there's another machine or not, but we're gonna be here for a while."
I mean,
Sorry, I lost you there. Out of character.
Could we join your tournament?
You were playing for some money. You got $5?
Yeah.
All right, it's $5 to get in. We're just warming up here. So you any good? Great. Easiest $5. Easiest $5 you'll ever win. Then I guess. Sure.
Aaron,
Yeah.
we got a tournament, baby.
Sweet. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
All right. So
It's out the machine.
yep. You head over and you guys quarter up. And we'll pause there, and we'll head over to the bar. You walk in, and it is like it's like a funeral in there. Like there are TVs on and stuff, but all of the sound is off. People are real quiet. Like they're sort of eating their meals quietly. People sitting at the bar are like shaking their heads. You can tell a few of them have had a few already, so they're a little bit louder. And that's all that people are talking about is the crash. They're talking about the kids who had been up on the boardwalk that day. They're talking about like the fact that they were handing out pamphlets. They were talking about and it's sort of anything that everyone's talking about is this. And you three walk in, and Piper is just distraught. Are you two leading her in, like arms around shoulders, or?
I am gonna come in before they do. No, I'm gonna come in after. I'm gonna wait for them to go in. Sawyer, do you have a backpack? I feel like of the three of us, you would have a backpack.
Yeah, I have a backpack.
Mhm.
I dumped my clothes out of it, but brought it with.
Okay. Fair enough.
I am gonna take your backpack for a little bit. You guys go in before me. Got
Okay.
it?
Let me make sure there's nothing I want in there. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Okay.
So should I go in with Piper and be part of the scene, or I can like hang back and intervene if something starts to go bad and be like backup?
Well, I kind of like need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
So, like,
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like
You could be
you were
backup
gonna talk to the
regardless.
bartender, or
I mean, I'm gonna talk to the bartender too, but like, as I get there, like, I can't be just like walking in alone crying. Like,
okay.
okay, I'm getting back into character.
All right. Put my arm around her. Walk in.
So there's a guy behind the bar, and he is beautiful. He is like a young Brad Pitt, standing behind the bar, and he looks over, and he is just like, "Oh shit!" Like, hey, Cassie, someone get them get them a table. Get them a table real quick. Um,
You.
and a young girl walks over. She's probably your age, and sort of like is just like she has no idea what to do. She's also sort of looks like she's been crying, and then like immediately she just like hugs Piper.
Cover back.
Okay, so you guys are sort of hugging. Sawyer, you're right there, just sort of like awkwardly pulled into the hug because you had your arm
Yeah.
around. Yeah, so
And I start patting the other girls back too.
uh-huh.
It's okay. I know. I know.
And can Bri, give me a social smarts roll.
Social smarts. What I have there? I have 4. I got 12 on the die and 5 on the die of fortune.
Okay. So 12, you start to actually just wail. And and the bartender has like he looks so like confused. And one of the guys who's sitting at the bar, he's kind of a big guy. He's like, "Go console her or something, man. She's losing a damn mind."
Can you bring us like a glass of water or something?
Yeah, man. Get her a glass of water
Get a
or
trash
something.
can. Get a trash can over here.
A trash can? What the? Oh,
She said she's gonna vomit.
okay. Oh, okay. All right. The guy behind the counter, behind the bar, is sort of like he doesn't know which way to go. He's got like one hand on a trash can. He's got one hand on like a glass, and he's sort of looking back and forth. But he like fills up one glass of water, and then and then just sort of like walks over as best he can with both a trash can and the glass of water, and he just sort of like holds both out towards you.
I'm gonna like not use my hands, but like sip from his hand.
Okay, all right. So he's not really sure what to do in that situation. Veronica, you see this.
I'm gonna very, very casually and sneaky,
Uh-huh.
very much trying to go unnoticed by everyone,
Mhm.
hang into the shadows of dark areas, and I'm gonna grab the first bottle I see.
Okay, so give me an agility roll.
Okay.
This is a brightly lit bar. There are no shadows. There's no dark places. This
Do
is
you
a.
have any skills you can use?
Do I? Let's find out my illegal skill.
That's true.
That's courage, though.
Yeah. So, well, we'll give you a +1 to this for your illegal.
Okay. I got new dice today, so I'm gonna see how that rolls.
Nice.
We're taking a risk here. 3, and I need a 4. Sorry, as I get my dice going.
No worries. And to the chat, she has Sawyer's backpack. So that's where she's planning on hiding the bottle.
Yeah. That is. Oh, and I got to do a d20.
Yep.
Yep. So that's 2, 7, 10, 14 for that.
Okay.
20 is 19.
Okay. So not lower than the number of dice you rolled. All right, but you got a total of 12, you said?
I think that was. I said 14.
14. Okay. So you walk in and you look immediately to see how one might
plus 1.
+1. All right, good. So there's nowhere to hide. It's absolutely not anywhere to hide. It's a brightly lit bar. It's sort of a sports bar. But what you do as you come in is you see that everybody's attention is on the bartender and Piper and Sawyer is egging people on and like sort of going like, no, the water. Every time he holds out the trash
Someone
can.
grab a towel. We need a towel and maybe like breath mints.
So like people are like guys are
Okay.
checking their pockets for gum. Like it's and you just walk up, look down, see the fullest bottle of brown that you can, grab it, slip it into the bag, and walk out. And you got yourself a nice well whiskey that is gonna suit you very well for the evening. Going to go real good with the garlic knots, I suppose. And just walk right out. And no one notices this misdemeanor that you've just committed. And so, Sawyer, you see this happen. You're probably the only one who does. And you also see Veronica leave. Once that's happened, what do you do?
I go around Piper, I pat her back. It's okay, it's over. It's over, okay? It's okay. It's over, okay?
Thank you all
Yeah.
so much. That
You-
was it was like so nice of you.
Thanks the water, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're done with the trash can.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna vomit anymore.
Okay, all right.
I'm a little overwhelmed now, and I just gotta go home.
outside?
I just gotta go outside.
Yeah, let's
You
get
need
some
air?
We'll get-
All right, if you Okay.
I will take. Yeah, let's go.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
I grab mints from someone's hand.
it just he's
and
got a
then
pack of
just
Tic
escort
Tacs.
Piper out.
All right, you guys head out, and the bartender's still just sort of standing there holding this trash can as you leave, and then you're gone. You're back out onto the boardwalk. Cut to the arcade, and basically all that's left in the tournament is Willard, Aaron, and a very tall, skinny guy with very greasy hair, who you're pretty sure there's no way you're going to beat this guy. This guy is the most amazing Galaga player you've ever played before, but it's down to you three at this point, and you are down to your last 2 quarters each. But you have shut out the other 2 guys. They are gone. They are standing off to the side, and they are angry. But you guys are laser focused, no pun intended, on Galaga. It is time for yeah, the chat is saying, is it Severus Snape? It is. Severus Snape is playing Galaga in 1985. Yes. And this is going to be the best of, the best of 2 games each. Your last 2 quarters. Willard, you are up. Do you want to? So, you've been playing video games now. This is not a skill that's in the book, but I'm willing to create it out of the gate right now. Video games. Do you want to take a video game skill right now? Yeah. Okay. So you're going to use your one skill point and get the video game skill. This is going to give you a +2 to your rolls for every level of the video game skill. And we'll end up calling this something along the lines of arcade game, because it'll mean it's pinball, it's it's arcade games of all forms down the line. So you've taken the arcade game skill. Give me an agility roll and add 2 to it.
So how do I just roll d20 and add 2?
So your agility is the number of points you have in your agility trait.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have like a 3 in agility, you're going to roll 3d6. and add 2, and you'll roll that d20, and if it's a 3 or lower, let me know.
Okay. And the video game +2, that's to the total on the dice?
Plus 2 to the total. Yep.
Okay. So I got 2d6. That's going to be 12. And then my d20 is a 16.
Okay, so not lower than 3 or equal to 2. So you got a 12 on the dice, or did you get a 10 on the dice plus 2?
10 plus 2.
Okay, so you got a 12. So you get a score of 120,000 points. And it is now Justin's turn. Aaron's turn. You are up.
Okay.
Try your hands on your pants.
Yeah, just
Uh-huh.
just getting ready. All right. What am I doing?
You're rolling agility.
Okay. Agility. Let's do it again. So with those 3. That's a 9 on the 20, 4, and 8 on the dice.
8 on the dice. So you get 80,000 points. And he rolls, and he gets a 6, but he also rolled a 1 on his 20-sided die, which means he gets to re-roll one of his dice, which he got a 6 on. And he also has the arcade game skill, so he gets a 14. So now he's got 140,000 points. Now, it's cumulative last 2 games. So Willard, you are up. You have 120,000 points. It's time to pull out all the stops and see what you get. Same roll.
Oof. 6 on the dice, 8 total. 17 on the Die of Fortune.
Okay, so you got a total of 8 then?
Yes.
Okay, so you get another 80,000. Your score is now 200,000 points. So Willard has 200,000 total. Justin, do your thing.
Okay. Oh god. Oh god. So I rolled another 9 on the 20,
Okay.
and I got a total of 9 on the 3d6s.
Okay, so you get 90,000. So you have a total of 170,000.
Yeah,
So
no, I'm out of my league on this one.
yep, Willard at least has bragging rights that he beat you.
Yeah.
And this guy rolls,
Badly.
and he gets a 14. So he gets another 140,000. He blows you out of the water. He gets a total of 280,000 points. His friends high-five him, and they're like, "Hey, man! Hey, you guys were great. You guys were awesome. Thanks for playing. You guys really made it special. But too bad, huh?"
Meh.
Respect game. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was good to meet you guys. And they just sort of like look at you guys. Sorry,
Put my
lost
5,
you.
Oh, sorry, you can go ahead.
Did you hear me?
Cut out again.
Cut out again.
The name is redacted.
Yep.
The name's Big Willie Style. Nice to meet you.
That has not been invented yet.
Yep. They just sort of look at each other and they go, "Okay, we're here most nights, so if you want to try again tomorrow night, we'll be here."
While he's doing that, I just put my 5 on the cabinet
Uh-huh.
and step back.
Okay. Do you pay up, Willard?
Of course.
Okay. All right. So you guys have lost $5 each, total of like $7.50 each, and you head out of the arcade, and the ladies are standing there, just waiting. Veronica holds
And
up a backpack, that is unzipped, but like the bottle is not obvious, unless she sort of opens it and just shows that. Where are you guys gonna head?
To the car. To get
Grab
the
the
pizza.
pizza.
Okay.
Let's see if the gazebo's empty.
Yep.
All right. So are all of
Do
you
we wanna
doing
go
both?
under the boardwalk now?
Mm.
Ooh,
Yes,
Yes.
that is such a much better
yes.
idea.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys, you all head back. You head to the get your pizza. Head over and down down the steps. You go under the pier. So you can go under the pier, that has sort of a lot of space, or you can actually go under the boardwalk, which technically you can do. There's some space under there, but under the pier it certainly has a lot more room.
We just need to be out of like police zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that you don't think is actually going to be too difficult, because the police, you've seen a couple on the boardwalk, but nowhere near as many as you're used to. And you guys head down, and you sort of do a thing where you're like under the boardwalk, under the pier. It's kind of right at the corner. There's a little bit more space. The sand dunes are there, and you can sort of plop yourselves down. You look out, and there are definitely still people on the beach, but they're much more sparse. And you hear an announcement over the sort of boardwalk loudspeakers that says that due to today's tragedy, tonight's planned fireworks have been canceled.
Yeah, this night just keeps getting worse.
So,
Well, we have that bottle.
I was about to say, at least we can drown our sorrows.
Bust it out.
Woo!
all right,
Will-
so you
Willard.
guys are on the beach drinking, eating pizza.
Wasn't there that movie that was coming out this weekend?
Movie.
It was group. I think it was a group of kids.
Oh, weren't
Some
we
club
talking
thing, I
about
think.
it?
Goonies?
No, it was something about a club of kids or
Lunchbox
something. I
Kids?
think.
Lunch something, maybe?
Or brunch congregation?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
Brunch
think it was.
conversation. Wait, I thought that was a novel you were reading last week.
Look, we're getting into it.
I think that was coming out this. I think that was coming out today, wasn't it?
You guys certainly saw ads for this movie as you were heading in, and you did see as you came in that Swan's Movieplex is playing it, and you can remember the poster. It's a bunch of teenagers sitting around together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna see that this weekend. Do you think we should? Do you think we could see it now, or is it too late? Probably.
You want to get drunk and go see it?
Let's
Yes.
get drunk and go see that.
Or, actually, I don't know about this because I haven't been in Jersey long. Are fireworks legal here? Can we buy our own fireworks?
There's not a shop on the pier.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
problem. There are no fireworks shops here.
I was
Could
thinking.
We
we
have to go
look
mainland
around?
again.
Do we have to
We'd
go
have-
mainland, or could we look
Yeah.
for a sketchy shop?
We would have to go mainland.
Someone selling it off the beach, or we could go looking for the fireworks that were supposed to go off tonight.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you said-
Veronica.
Did not hear what was said.
Yo, what was that, Michael?
They're not. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
That's the louder isn't working. I think it's an internet connection.
I don't know.
Weirdly enough, when you don't say the things that you mean to say, when you say comments about them, we can hear you fine. It's when you're in character that it doesn't come across. So apparently the internet likes what you have to say, but not what Willard has to say. It is so. Somebody give me a book smarts roll.
Not me. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
It'd either be Willard or myself.
Wow.
Actually have bad book smarts. I'm just an ass.
Is never mind. 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 19. My D6s were 19
Mm-hmm.
and my die fortune was 16.
Okay. But how many dice did you roll? I know you didn't roll 16
5.
dice, but 5. Okay. Right. So again, to sort of remind everybody watching, when the die of fortune is rolled, you are looking for the die of fortune to come up with a number equal to the number of dice that you rolled or fewer or less than. So if you roll 5 dice, you want 5 or lower, and whatever that is, that's the number of dice you can re-roll and add to your total. So you got 19, which means you get a very good knowledge roll where you can tell Veronica that the oh, we lost Justin. The fireworks that would have gone off are probably on a boat out in the water. That they would have launched those fireworks from like a barge or something for everybody to be able to see them.
Gotcha.
But I do like where your head is at, Veronica.
Thank you. I
If
tried.
you're a good swimmer, we could try to go find them.
Yeah, maybe you'll find
Feel
the
like-
orphans, or I mean the missionaries.
Oh, too soon.
Wow.
Too soon. Come on.
One, the idea that in your mind they're
I
orphans.
I think the plan is you wouldn't drown when you're swimming to the fireworks boat. Just kind of keep that in mind. Probably don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's dark now. Like sharks are out there and
We
giant.
could
squid.
still look for someone to buy fireworks off of. I'm sure honestly, there's no one on a pier that's just selling fireworks. I don't believe it.
I mean, let me think. I might know somebody. Can I see if I know somebody who might have fire?
Yeah, absolutely. So you roll a social smarts roll, but you also do have I know a place.
I know a place.
Okay, so the way that I know a place works is you're familiar with the less popular places, the underground scene. You're good at figuring out where to get things or meet people off the beaten path. Each level grants you +1 to all smarts rolls when trying to access resources that aren't mainstream. So these are illegal, so this totally counts. So give me a social smarts roll or a book smarts roll, whichever is higher for you for this. And
That's social.
okay. And add 1 to that.
8, 9, 10. 10 total.
Uh-huh.
11.
11.
+1.
All right, so you actually noticed as you guys were sort of walking down the boardwalk and going to the bar, you noticed a shop that looked a lot like a Spencer's Gifts, and you think you saw that you might be able to grab some fireworks in there.
Some penis-shaped fireworks.
Yes. Yeah.
So why don't we take let's get a little more drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Put the drink back in the bag, and then let's go head over there before it gets too late.
And I can give everyone Tic Tacs.
Oh, I want some.
That's what we needed.
There you go.
Yeah, because they don't want to know that we're drunk. They
Yeah.
won't sell us anything if they know.
You take them before you drink?
Oops. Yeah, I like the way it fizzes in my mouth. It's like, woo.
Yeah.
What a rush.
Kind of
Brandy.
like orange juice and then brushing your teeth.
Yeah, I actually did that. That's like super delicious to me.
Really?
Are you
They
a
should
monster?
make orange juice.
You know? Teach
We
their
should make
own.
orange juice toothpaste, don't you think?
No,
I mean,
That's some more.
no,
nah, man,
too far.
I guess
Ah.
not really my thing. But I'll give this Tic Tac and whiskey thing a try.
yeah, try it out. It'll get you really buzzed.
Yeah, it's like taking drugs.
Yeah.
That's how you take drugs.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's really, really gross. But that's okay. How do you react to the fact of how gross it is?
Are there any garlic nuts left?
I'm back.
There's like one left. There's like one garlic knot, and it's sort of pathetic and off to the side.
Gonna leave that to the professionals, and I'm just gonna grab this last garlic knot here and
Yeah. Yeah, it is really gross. Veronica, do you also try it?
Oh,
Okay.
She knows better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
She's like, I've been around a little longer.
Yeah.
Number 2. I know that's not a good call.
Right. Yeah, so okay, so you guys get a little bit messed up. How much are Aaron and Willard drinking?
Like a 4 beer type feeling is what Willard's feeling.
Okay. All right. And how messed up is Aaron gonna get?
Slight buzz.
Slight buzz.
Not like, yeah, just where he's starting to feel it, but where if it starts to go away, he'll take another sip just to prolong it.
Okay. So you guys hang out down there for a good half hour or so, 40 minutes. The bottle is, let's say, it's half empty at this point.
Half full. It's half full.
Okay, half full. And you guys stuff that thing back into the bag, and head on up to the shop. And inside the shop, there's a kid who looks like he belongs in like The Cure. So his hair is black. It's big, spiked straight up. He's wearing all black. And this is an off-brand Spencer's. It's not actually Spencer's. It's called Slater's. And he's like, "Hey, what's up? What do you guys want here?"
What up, my dude? How you doing?
All
palms.
right.
Just face palms.
We are looking for something a little special.
Yeah, Tiffany, are you looking for something special? What's that?
I'm looking for like, some things that may or may not be like on the front top shelf, like maybe they're in the back and they go boom, and you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Whew. First, are you a narc?
We look like narcs.
Yeah. Do we?
Only a
I
narc
know
would
we
ask-
don't.
Only a narc would know what a narc looks like.
Yeah, you guys absolutely look like narcs.
Well, I don't know how to like prove it to you. You want like a cigarette? I'm real cool like that, you know?
Yeah, you're definitely a narc. Look, if you want something in the back, I guess grab it and bring it up, and I'll ring it up for you.
Oh, so we can just like walk back there and just peruse?
I mean, it's an open store. You can. It's not my fault. Whatever you find, that's not on me, cop.
Right on, other cop. You have to tell me if you're a cop. Are you a cop?
I'm not a cop, but that's also like an urban myth because like
No, it's not. That's real.
okay.
I know
Just-
because my mom's a
Just
cop.
point us to the fireworks, okay?
Oh, you want okay? Yeah, no, they're right here on the shelf. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
And he grabs just like a couple of like things. He's like, this is all we got. It's like sparklers and like the there's like a couple Roman candles here, and that's kind of it.
No, that's not
All,
it. That's
all
not
I have are
it.
snakes and sparklers because that's what I like.
I got these little things that when you throw them on the ground, they pop.
No. I know you have something else. I know you do.
All right, so this is where we're going to end, is with this social conflict. So you are going to try to convince him that he should sell you the harder sparklers. Yeah, the adult sparklers, the X-rated sparklers. This
100.
So
We
yeah.
have some form of help option. Is that a thing in
Yeah.
this game?
Yes, so you can support somebody. So the way that this is going to work is first, who is going to be your primary person dealing with this person? Is it Piper?
Yep.
Yeah, she's the talker. She's our face.
Okay. So Piper, you're going to tell me what is your goal here, right? It's apparently get him to sell you.
I want him to tell me where the better stuff is because I know he's got it.
Okay. What is going to be your means of doing this? Are you going to intimidate him, peer pressure him, argue with him, or seduce him?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Okay. So you're going to be using social smarts, and he is going to be using social smarts. Now, the way that this is going to work is you are going to roll your courage first, and we will figure out how confident you are about your position. And he is also going to roll his courage.
Which is just the D20.
So no, you have a courage trait.
Oh, right. But without the die of fortune, right?
You will use the die of fortune for this. You use the die of
will,
fortune
okay.
for everything except damage, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
He rolled terribly.
I rolled fantastically.
No.
So he got a 5, which means that in the in establishing how confident he is in his position, so position certainty, he rolled a 5, which makes him mildly confident about his position. In not telling you where these things are. What did you roll?
21.
Oh, okay, sure. So you are fervent. You are as confident as you could possibly be about your position.
It's the whiskey. It's got me like,
Liquid
I know
courage.
what's up. Liquid courage, exactly.
So when you roll, you get a bonus of +8 because of how confident you are in your position. And he is not trying to convince you. He is simply trying to defend against you convincing him. So the way this will happen is, essentially, I'm going to assume that every round you want to, quote-unquote, attack. You're going to press your position. Mm-hmm. And every round he is going to defend. Now, if this goes like anything like what happened with Aaron, you may just steamroll him in one turn. The question is, do you want to use get what you want this round? It will, again, increase your chances, but it will also reduce, like, your any attractiveness rolls that people see you... so anybody in the group, you're now going to have a -2 to all attractiveness rolls to them. For the next 24 hours. Don't care.
Don't care.
Okay. So you are going to get +2 to your social smarts rolls then. Here.
So I get a +10 total?
You get a +10 total.
Ow.
So you may be about to just steamroll this dude. And all he's going to try to do is hold out. But it doesn't seem particularly likely. So, you guys probably don't even need to help her.
But if
But you
we
can.
did, what would that look like?
So what you would do is you would make a social smarts roll. And we would add a portion of that. And it's basically how much of the thing you're doing. So if you're doing half, then we'd actually add those things kind of together and divide them up. But if you're like, I'm just giving, a little bit of support, then you'd roll a die or two and add that in.
Okay. Pretty much just standing there looking intimidating, trying to give off bad boy vibes as best I can.
Okay, so actually,
I literally dressed to intimidate.
right. Why don't you both give me actually, so give me a strength roll, and Veronica, give me a social smarts roll. And then Piper, give me your social smarts roll plus 10.
With the die of
One
fortune.
time I don't
With the
want
die of
that
fortune.
20.
16.
16.
11.
Wow, okay.
Wait, no, I lied. 7, 9. I lied. It's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay.
I can't. I apologize.
Okay. And
24.
24. Okay. Yeah, no, he crumbles like an old wet piece of paper. He just he's like looking around. He's like, oh, okay, all right, fine. I'll sit here, and he reaches under, and he pulls out a box, and it's a box of M80s. And he's like, what? How many do you want? They're like $6 each.
$6 each, and then I'm gonna grab in my little bag that I have. I'm gonna take out. Can't do math. How many are there?
I got like 30 here.
How many do we need, Veronica? Like 2 each.
Sure.
So I need 8. Can
10?
you just do the math for me, please?
So you need 8 or 10?
10.
10. All right, so that'll be 70.
Okay, I need 5.
Okay, that'll be 60.
What?
Nah, man.
I'm not good at this, but that can't be right.
That'd be 35.
You're right. 35, totally.
Yeah, that's better.
35 for 10.
35 for 5.
40 for 10. How about that?
No, it's 70 for 10.
How about
Oh, was it
45
40
for
for 10?
10?
All right, roll a book smarts. Whoever wants to be the primary person who's trying to convince this guy to sell it.
Sawyer, you could do it.
Oh boy. Book smart.
Hey,
I'm
Willard,
great
look
at
this,
that.
Willard, look at this tea over here. We're actually looking around the shop while they're doing it.
Wow.
I mean, this makes sense because I'm just yelling numbers at this poor
Yeah.
guy.
Also, you guys find the poster rack in the back, and it is all bikini chicks. It is just like...
Ah!
What?
So
Look,
I get a 5 in book smarts.
Oh, good. He's like, yeah, no, it's 70 for 10, 35 for 5.
Fine.
Which
And
one
I'll
are we
give-
getting?
Let's get. How about for 6? Is it 36?
No, it's 40 for a 6.
No, it's not, man.
Damn it.
I thought it was 6 each.
It is
6.
6 each. So
Okay, can I use your hand,
I mean,
Sawyer,
I
real
would
quick?
think
Okay.
I would think it's 36. I mean, we don't want anyone who shouldn't be hearing about your store and your dealings
Are you...
if you want to overcharge us.
Oh,
Ooh.
so you are a narc then?
I'm not a narc, but I could be.
We could be a narc.
If you're trying to fuck with me, I could become a narc suddenly.
Okay, so now you're intimidating him. So let's do intimidation real quick.
Okay.
And so again, roll your courage.
I got dressed to intimidate. I don't know what that does, but I assume it's gonna help.
Yeah, so give so you're gonna get a +1, I think, on your courage roll here, and then you're also your other rolls too.
Okay. So I believe I got a 3 on courage. I got a 3 for everything. Just so you guys know, I decided to be very regular.
Way to eat that fiber.
Yeah. 12, and I got a 7 on the die of fortune.
Okay, so you got a 12.
Oh, and that it would be a 13 because of the +1.
Okay. So you got a 13 and he got a 15. So he is you are actually both very confident in your position starting out here.
Okay.
So this'll be our last roll for the night. So you are trying to intimidate him into selling you these things at a different price. And again, he is just trying to not. So you are going to roll your strength +1, and he is going to roll his courage. But because he's defending, he gets a +2 for every die that he rolls. So he's getting a +8.
Whoa.
Because he has a 4 in courage. But you also get, because you are very confident, you get a +4. So your total is a +5, and his total is +8. So we're gonna roll against each other at this point. If you can beat the difficulty, which is actually quite high on this, it's a 16, you will make him less confident. But if he can hold off for 3 rounds, he wins. So
Okay,
let's
+5.
+5.
What is that? 9. Yeah, 9 + 5, which is a 14.
All right, he blows that out of the water. He defends and gets a 28. So round 1 goes to him. Roll again.
Is it too late to hop in and try and give her a hand with this?
It's not too late, but for this round, it's too late. For the third round, you'd be able to.
Yeah.
All right. So his second round is set. What's your score?
12, and my die of fortune was a 6.
Okay. So you got a 12, and he got 10, 13, 15, plus his 8. So he blows you out of the water there again. You are making no headway.
Strong.
All right. So Sawyer, you're gonna lend your strength to this situation. So
I do that classic, push the biceps out kind of thing.
Sure. Yep. So give me a strength roll, but don't use your d20 on this. And then Veronica, give me one last strength roll.
$15.
15.
15.
2 15s?
Yeah.
Okay. So because you're supporting, we'll take half of that. We'll make that a 23. And you already added in your bonus, Veronica?
Yep.
Okay. He got a 14, but add 8, and he gets a 22. And he very solidly defends against your intimidation. And he goes, look, take it or leave it. That's the price.
Okay, 36. Here you go. We'll take 6.
36 will get you 5.
Hold on to the dollar. We're gonna take 5.
5.
All right, so you give him $35. He gives you 5 back, and he says, "Great, doing business with you." And he puts the M80s back under the counter again. You guys are looking at a poster of Brooke Shields, and that's kind of what you're doing.
Yep.
Anything else that you're gonna
Mom
do?
used to look like her.
What?
What was that?
Huh? What?
And that's
Don't
you guys get pulled out by the ladies. And,
I'm gonna.
yep.
I'm gonna just nice and easy breezy buy a bunch of the like poppers that you throw at the ground.
Yep. Okay.
No haggling or anything. I'm just like, here's the money.
Yeah,
While
and
they
he
do that,
he even throws in a couple more because he's like, fine, whatever. Here you go. Take them.
Thanks, man.
while Sawyer is doing that, I'm gonna like trip and be like, "Oh, whoops," and I'm gonna steal whatever is closest.
Oh my god.
All right. I need an agility roll for that real quick.
Some beef jerky.
I don't got good agility.
You're also drunk.
It's a cardboard cutout.
9.
9. Okay, you grab basically a bag of balloons. And he sees you do it, but he's just like, they're like a 99-cent bag of balloons. He doesn't care. He
And
just
I'm
says like,
"Damn,
get
that's what you get."
can you guys get her out of here?
Yeah, we're out.
I take my backpack back from Veronica, stuff everything in it. 'Cause, putting fireworks next to alcohol won't be bad, I'm
And
sure.
I'll shake the
Oh.
balloons.
As we're walking
You
out,
want to put those in here?
Check it out.
Be glad your
That's
exposure.
pretty awesome.
You had this much exposure. Try living with it for a couple of years.
He's like, oh, are you guys dating?
She's my sister.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys find anything you wanted back there?
I mean, there was a poster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bo Derek or Brooke Shields?
Shields.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're actually out of that one. It's just a display one.
Just a display.
Just a display. All right, and you guys head out. And that's where we're gonna leave it. But before we do, let's figure out what's. Yeah, he sees you with the balloons, and he's just like, okay. What skills would you guys like to either acquire or upgrade? So, Willard's already used his. Piper can upgrade either I know a place or get what I want. And then Veronica, you used dress to intimidate. Did you also use something else?
The illegal one.
Yes, absolutely. So you could upgrade either one of those. Sawyer, did you use any of your skills, or were you just relying on your traits?
Relying on how strong I am.
Yes.
But I think based on what just happened, I definitely want to take dress to intimidate.
Okay, cool. So you can take dress to intimidate. And Justin, what are you gonna do? And again, if you can't think of one right now, you can figure out what you want before next time.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. I would have to look over the ones that are available.
Okay.
And then I'll probably come up with one and message you about it.
Okay, great. And then Bri, what do you think Piper's gonna take?
Well, I would love to have Little Black Book, but that doesn't necessarily. I didn't know this guy. I did know this place. I know a place.
Yep. Yeah, Little Black Book is definitely more romantic connections, but that doesn't mean you don't have them. So they're like so you've got connections, maybe are the kind that you wouldn't mind snuggling up with, but your list of contacts is pretty long. So it's more like flirtatious contacts.
Oh, whoops. Then I'll just take another point and I know a place.
Okay. And Veronica, what do you think?
I'm gonna think about it.
Okay.
But I'm probably gonna end up choosing break the rules. But I want to look through everything.
Okay, cool. All right, so that will do it for our second live stream. Now, I will say we are planning on starting 2 more live streams for this game. Not this adventure, though. We are going to be starting a Thursday night game starting on the 18th and a Sunday night game starting on the 21st, where we will be starting to play the game Shadow on the Mountain, which is our 1960s ski resort adventure. So we will be getting that underway in about a week and a half, 2 weeks or so at this point. So look forward to that, but we will continue on with Horror Beach next week, next Tuesday. And we'll see what happens with our group of quote unquote heroes. And see how they go.
Hooligans at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, real ass criminals.
I mean, how much was that whiskey worth?
I mean, probably not much. That's probably a $12 bottle of whiskey at best. It's 1985 too, but yes, it's well whiskey. It's not a top shelf whiskey at all. So yeah, all right. So for everybody, for Bri Price and Michael Morris, Quinn Stiefbold, Rachel Max, and Justin Allen, I'm in your GM, Josh Wise, telling you to come back again next week, I guess, if you like it. We have a Kickstarter up. You can find that at theworstdays.com. Bye, everybody.
Bye.